Round 2 of the Platinum Tour this week, taking place at Club 27 by Energizer. We're expecting difficulty all the way through this tournament. We didn't come away unscathed in round 1. Hopefully in round 2 we can, but it's going to be a tall task. Very high winds out of the west, moderate fairways, greens are firm, and the greens are fast, which fortunately is a little bit slower than they were yesterday, but that does not mean that it's going to be much easier. So we're going to take this one stroke at a time. We got to play smart, and we got to play well. Can't be putting ourselves out of position too many a time. Now, it does look like there's a chance to get aggressive here, but let's take a look and see what we'd be dealing with. If we run this to the front, we can probably take... It's 151 in here. You're probably looking at somewhere between a gap and a pitching wedge. It's 343 to carry, but you've got 312, 326, wind a little bit. It's probably not as gettable as it looks. Probably not as gettable as it looks. So let's take a hybrid here, be safe. You can't wait for hole number 10, Skawas? I could wait for hole number 10. After yesterday's adventure, yeah, I could wait on that one. And thank you everybody so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you guys. If you guys have been enjoying and you're watching this over on YouTube, consider dropping a sub. It would help me very much. All right, 169 in, and just on cue, we get ourselves one of those Jimmy Boredom raids. Welcome on in, everybody from Jimmy's. What's going on, Brent? How are you doing? Welcome on in, everybody. We are just starting off our Platinum Round 2 here on a very difficult track this week. Trying to find a way to generate some sort of approach shot here that is going to end well for us, so... Gonna see what we can come up with. Hope your stream went well, Jimmy. 175. So if we pull this back, 156. This is definitely like pin high and then long, but... You just get so much distance out of it. Say this is like... I think the pitching wedge comes up short. I think 9-iron, we gotta go full backspin and like... a little bit aloft. It's probably going to go long on us, but I think the goal here is just to get it into that bottom left part of the green. A little bit slow. Come on, you got to have some legs. Get up there. Oh, boy. Okay. That's close, but that's like pretty much where you're gonna have to land that thing in order to get this to stick anywhere on the green and have like a closer putt. Hey, thank you for the luck, Jimmy. You were, I assume you were playing some darts this evening? Did I see something about was today you were playing, Vike? Did you whoop them for us? All right, so we've got... Oh, man. It's going to come off of this line here, and I think we got to go something like this. I don't want to go off the back of the green. Oh, that broke too much. Wow. Wow. Okay, I was never going to play it that much. I know it's a short putt to miss, but when you've got it running off the green behind, it's always going to be very terrifying. Little bit fast, but that wind is really riding left to right. Hopefully we're not too far to the right that this kicks off of the fairway to the right-hand side. Yeah, these very high winds are going to be an absolute beast to overcome. Got a hole tucked in the back. Let's take a look here. With this much wind, we've got to be aimed pretty far out, right? I think so. Can maybe get away with being a little bit more to the right. Yeah, it's definitely a small win, for sure. But I just gotta hope that we can now get it somewhere, you know, to a decent putt. Oh, come on. You gotta turn. If we get off the green here, it's not a terrible chip. Maybe even puttable? You might want to chip this over. 55. I think it's going to bounce and roll a little bit. So you probably want to put it something like right in here. Ah, that's too short. See, I'm getting so tentative on it. Like, I'm so scared of overhitting that that doesn't even come out. My goodness. All right, so that's not pretty. That's not pretty. So just going up incrementally in difficulty after you feel comfortable, I would say it's probably pretty safe to start on like pro, and I would personally say take the swing meter away. I think it just makes your swing a lot more natural. But maybe learn with pro and some of the settings on, and then work your way up from there. Because the nice thing is you can kind of turn different difficulty settings off, you know, as you feel comfortable with it. All right, so we're gonna get a good chunk on this still. Firm and fast up the hill, 8-iron. This might be a little bit short. I'm gonna give it just a little bit extra. Want to be out to the right or the left to be able to ride this left to right in towards the hole. Oh, I'm a little bit more square on than I would like to be. That might run off the green to the right. Oh, it's straightened out. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, boy. Okay. That was a lot scarier in my head because I'm like, oh, well, everything runs left to right here. Now, what I don't like is that these early ones are not so much a consistent break. So, like, early on here, this is fairly low. I feel like I gotta trust this, but in me trusting this, I'm putting it out here. That doesn't feel right. I gotta put it like... in here. Okay, we're on the board. My goodness, man. So stressful. Because, like, 95% of that break is, like, right at the end. And you feel like, okay, I hit that and I'm riding out far, and then it turns for you. And that's, like, that's the most terrifying part of it all. Now, with this being... this is an interesting... situation, because if you go out here and run it out and have like hybrid in maybe 4-iron, it's a similar thing here, but approach to the green, the wind off the right. I mean, this is like a tighter window, but I feel like your approach angle is so much better out here. So I'm gonna try this. I'm hoping this doesn't backfire, because in my head, this seems like the smart thing to do. Is it? Who knows? But it feels like it. So you probably want to run this from like in here down. See, like it'll probably go down, start to turn and ride. Getting it to like pin high and dying straight down, I don't think is possible. This seems like too much momentum. Because you'd have to get it to like die here and then take this the rest of the way to go just past the hole. So I'm going to go left of the hole. Everything feeds from up top. So from there, it's all distance control. Got like a 16-mile-an-hour wind, though, and that's going to become a problem for us. 6-iron into here. It might be too much for legs, but... Let's see. If we want to land it here... That's the goal. And that much wind and downhill. I mean, you've got to play this thing out here somewhere. I'm going to give it a little bit of backspin and hope that that's correct. A little bit slow. Are we going to end up too short? Still should release, right? Come on. Go. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. The 99%. The 99% getting us in trouble there. And like, look at this ridge. The ridge is here. We're like, it's like a flat spot to the right of it. If we're like just a little bit left. Yeah, the slow and the 99% just keeping us a little bit too short. General difficulty turned all the way up with little to no assistance sliders turned on. Play on pro for a bit. Yeah, like up the swing difficulty, and then like as you get familiar with like elevation and wind and those sorts of things, like take that stuff off. I think any of the ones that like automatically adjust your aim, I would say turn off to start. And then you can kind of learn how your shot shaping works and affects things, and then as you get really comfortable with it, start to take it away. So I'm going to play this a little bit more on the safe side. Now, I just don't want to lose this too much. Apparently that's too much off. I'm like thinking that the 155, maybe I'm just scarred from the 176s yesterday. Just feel like everything's gonna roll so much more, but we rolled short on the green and then that doesn't roll out all the way. So here we are leaving ourselves in what should have been a chance for birdie. Now we're scrambling. Good putt, though. Big save. I really am disappointed. Like, I would have loved to have had a better chance to try and birdie that hole, but, you know, when it's this difficult, it's just small things coming into play. Okay, so you can, like... I guess you could technically go over the tree to this. But I don't know. There's a part of me that wonders, like, how bad could that be? And then, like, if we get down there, yeah, let's do this hybrid. Should be able to get a nice layup to a wedge. Heavy behind the green is death sky. Yeah, like, if you go out, I'm thinking the way that green is sloped, trying to take a flop shot or flop or a pitch over this and like trying to get the brakes on, probably not ideal. Probably not ideal. This though, I think you can pretty much play with a good amount of shape on it. This ball's gonna fire. I think I'm okay being a little bit to the right. Okay, layup, definitely the play. Short putt, hammer it home. Don't worry about the break too much. It's not a lot of breaks, so just hit it through it. Time to go on a bird run? Does that involve, like, going and buying some chickens? What a stupid joke. Let's see here. Is there a chance at this in 2? I mean, I guess technically, but probably not. Gotta stock up on the dad jokes. Dude, I've been working on my dad jokes for years before becoming a father. Okay. Well, my brain just took us straight out of it. We're going with the layup? Do I put them on a leash? That sounds like child endangerment. Ning, I do not. I do not put my child on a leash. I'm like 50? Okay, I get that my hairline is not the best. Okay, I get it. The chickens? I don't know. I haven't gone on the bird run yet. All right, I'm gonna take the 3-wood because I think that's gonna put us down into pitch territory. And then we'll go from there. I thought about laying back into like a lob wedge or something. Ooh, okay. So, should be like here. The wind is the hard part with this. I don't want to go out the back, but I got to give it a little bit just because of the lie that we're on. Troxel, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we might have to reconsider this shot on the sideways lie here. But you'll be back. We should be going for about another hour and a half, give or take. I don't want to go too far off. It's a pitch, but like it should still. All right, hopefully this isn't too short. I just can't go up to the gap wedge pitch. So wish me luck. I slowed it. I chickened out. I was so scared. I was so scared of like the distance. I think we were actually spot on. 100% perfect, but like I got screwed. Very, very screwed. Okay. Let's see here. 4. Score. Now 4. We'll go 4 again. 4. 12. 13. 14, 15, 16. Probably somewhere out in this vicinity. I'm gonna go a little bit more. I don't trust that I gave it enough. I think I underhit it too. Yeah. Oh, look at that swing plane. All right. I was not comfortable on that putt, apparently. That was just an ugly hole. I don't know what happened there. I don't think I liked the power. I think I was scared of hitting it out the back and then like really swung up on the joystick oddly. Oh, don't go right. Oh, that's the opposite of right. Thank you. 165. We can't be short. I mean, you don't want to be long because downhill putt, but don't really have too much choice here. Very high winds. This is... Say this is like 24 yards off. That's 72, 70. I don't think I can go, I don't think I can go too much more than this with any sort of comfort. Not that I have comfort taking a 6-iron into this, but... Let there be breaks, please. All right, we're taking what we can get. 3 under through 7. Definitely probably could have had a little bit more. 17 yards off on this guy. Should be easily enough done. I think you take the 3-wood. Come on, 3-wood. Nice, nice shot here, please. Ah! A little bit slow. I think it's pretty straight from here. So I don't think we're going to get too much release towards the hole, although we get a bit of a kick off of the fairway short. See if we can cash in a 15-footer. It's low. Definitely broke a bit more than I'm bargaining for in there. So I think I'm misreading a few of these breaks. I think I'm misreading a few of these breaks by a little bit. So we'll try and make some adjustments here down the back stretch. Okay, so can you go with anything really aggressive here, and do you want to? I kind of don't trust carrying it over. But I suppose, like, if you lay up, it's not great. It's 312 to this bunker. It's definitely a little bit more downhill. So you're talking 314... 328 with the full backspin. That's here. And then wind a little bit. I just don't know if it goes across. But I don't have much of a better layup plan, so... Oh, that carried too much. It's not much of a layup plan if it goes that far, huh? I was thinking that maybe we get it to the rough, but that wind didn't play a headwind, a singular lick. So we've got a pretty rough situation here, no pun intended. If you take 4-iron, 70% is about pin high. I mean, you've got wind playing in. I think you have to take the 4-iron and just kind of hope that it takes a good line. Carried so much. So much. But not too much, I think, that we can do about that. Just don't want to go long. All right. It's a solid save. I regret the tee shot. I mean, we're trying to go for something to not give ourselves a 4-iron in. Yeah, we go long enough that we get a 4-iron in. Now for everybody's favorite hole. Okay, so what are our options? Option number 1 is 3-wood. And having like a 4-iron in. Realistically, with the wind and everything, it's probably like a 6-iron. Still not ideal. Option number 2 is you can take the full backspin, ride the wind a little bit. What do we have? 307. So you can go to 321, ride the wind a little bit. Try and find the skinny piece of fairway down here that would then result in like a pitching wedge. But it looks like that kicks to the right or to the left. So our options are slim. If I take driver, I'm gonna try and like de-loft the driver here. Get it on the ground, run it up a little bit further than what the 3-wood would take us. This is hopefully our best bet. All right, 207. What do we got? We've got downhill to the flag. It runs right to left. You get too far on the ridge, and you go left to right off of the green. You get too far to the left, and you're pretty much fine unless you get too long. Then you go to the fun spot. So means we're probably 6-iron here. That's 182. Then it gets out. I think you probably want to go. It's 192 stock carry. Say you get 10, maybe 12 with the downhill. 193, 205 is the 7-iron stock. Stock carry is right out to the flag. That's long. And then you try and bring the 7-iron back. Its full off full backspin is 168. 175. Oh, come on. Just absolutely horrible input. You can't slow it that much when you're trying to shape it that much. But that's the mental gymnastics that courses that are this tough will do to you. Yeah, when you've just got that fear instilled in you. Hey, what's going on, Chrono? Welcome back. Okay, I knew we had to get it to that. That slow was a little bit bad. I was expecting to land it and bounce it a little bit more. See if we can sink this par and get out of here unscathed. I think I need that to get it to break into the hole. Not this time, 10. Not this time. This song is Ritual by Alex, Tokyo Rose, and the Akuma. This is definitely on, like, the heavier synth side than a lot of the stuff that we have on this playlist. Okay, so you can go at this, I think, and bounce it through. I think this is, like, a relatively safe. I keep hitting these on the slow side, though. That's no longer safe. That's in the rough. There's no way this bounces through. I mean, it's got big bounce, but not that much. Gosh darn it, Colby. Stop hitting the slows, man. Stop hitting them so slow. I think I'm scared of, like, all of the fasts that we've been hitting lately, so we're definitely making up for it. There's a perfect, and we get a low roll, so... Ah, there's some release, though. We're a little bit closer now than we were. Okay. Oh, you dirty dog, you. Almost. Okay, we gotta find some more here. I'd like to do a little bit better than round one. I'd like to beat that 4 under. That's so much wind. Am I really having to take the hybrid into this? What are our options here? I can't take this because I'm gonna end up landing back here. So we're left with the hybrid. Maybe, just maybe, trying to shape it a bit. Oh my goodness me. Oh, come on, wind. I know I played a baby draw, but, like, I thought the wind would take that out a little bit more to the right. Okay, so it's just like, or you're in that constant trying to chip things. But this time we get it. There we go. This time we get it. Near miss on the last. Drain that one. All right. Everything's feeding to the right, so let's play it left side. Don't bail on us. Just because it's already going right doesn't mean hit it more to the right. It seems like a horrible, horrible idea. It seems like an absolutely trash thought. Ah, yes, my favorite. 212 approach with about a 205... 206, yeah. 206 landing zone. Options are slim. Options are slim here. What can we do? Also, I have to make sure that I play so much out to the left. You have no idea. Because I miss these into the water probably way too often. So I'd rather miss in the bunker left. I'd rather miss in the bunker left. 218. I don't think I have much choice here. I don't think this, like, stays anywhere close to the flag. Oh, we made enough adjustment. Land on the green. It has a little bit of spin, but it's a 4-iron. It's gonna go. I don't know what you're supposed to do there. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good, all things considered. But, like, I want to hole out everything kind of guy. So to me, that's like, why can't I get it closer than that? But I know that that's a ridiculous thing to ask in this circumstance. Low? Man. Even with that pace, that broke even more. Dang, man. Took an 8 there in round 4. Don't be like you. Normally, I would like to try and be like you, Scud, but I'll take your word for it there and try not to. Jeez. Even on 150, these are 155s, but I feel like what I normally would read some of these breaks to be, they're just a little bit more. Such a tough drive. Just over the treetop. Just over the tree. No touchy. Good loft. They really get you with this stuff. It's like, I guess this is your, like, this is your window right in here. Don't go too far right. Don't go too long. I mean, obviously don't go too short, but I think left and a little bit short. Somewhere in here is your play. Now, the problem becomes like shot selection here, right? Because 6-iron, I guess I should take my stance early and then go from there. I think I'm comfortable with something like this. Now, 196, 190, 188, and then wind like 6-iron. It's the release that terrifies me. You know? You go like half backspin. I slowed it, but we played it more left. Oh, the wind's not going to knock that down enough, though. Out the back we go. Or not. Imagine that. In a world where the 6-iron actually stops because you played backspin into wind? Oh my days. Must have rained last night with the way it landed that soft text. Must have. I mean, you gotta respect the fact that you got like 18-mile-an-hour winds coming in on the crosswind. But yeah. So just because it's drivable doesn't mean it's a good idea, right? Right? 316, 330, definitely more. This is just gonna carry too much momentum. Like I have to play this to score. I can't play this. I can't play this any other way. We're gonna take 4-iron. Cause I know myself. I'll hit like I manage to pull off a great shot and we'll hit it in the wrong spot and then like make par. From like just off the green. Gap wedge, pitch, wind downhill, wind at the back, little loft, half backspin. Right, 92. Come on. Just barely slow, but that might be okay. It's gonna kick left. But I put too much brake on it, I think. Okay, got a little bit of release. Yeah, 99% and slow just takes us a little bit short. So I'd love to be closer than 10 feet on that for certain. Come on, we've been struggling low on these. Even with the extra pace and adjustment. Wow. All right, we're just getting more break out of this than I'm seeing. We are just getting more break out of this than I'm seeing here. I mean, there's nothing more to it. I've hit some of these a bit firmer and like a little bit outside where I'd like to normally hit them and still missing them low. So there's just some sort of break that I do not see. Little fast. Oh, God. Somehow has to kick right. I don't see that happening. Oh, it does. All right. Well, good thing I can't see. 206. You lose that short. What? 5 iron I can carry to 11 with full backspin, but that's gonna mean that it's not gonna release enough. So I think 4 iron here, lose a few yards. I think you play a little bit of loft and a little bit of backspin, try and kind of counteract the two. All right, come on. Nice 4 iron approach. Come on, come back. Yeah, there you go. Land on the green, and feed down to the hole. Go ball, go. I can't miss this, right? It's barely downhill, so I'm gonna go aggressive. There we go. Needed that. Okay, so this is definitely friendlier than yesterday. I was not a fan of this. I guess we'll see a pin here, which sucks, and a pin here, which also is probably actually friendlier than the back 2 pins. Okay, so the wind just magically cranked up even more here. Pitch shots are gonna be key. Keeping it under the wind a bit, but even this is gonna be short, because you're talking 105. If it does play like 20, then that would be 85. I mean, but it's not gonna keep going. 114, this is where it starts to get like dangerous. 9 iron pitch. 118. Because I have to be assuming now that it does actually go 20 to go 98, and that's like high, so we've got a big jump there. I think pitching wedge, pitch with some D-loft. You ever use a punch shot into the wind, Tex? No. Now that you mention it, I probably should. This would probably be if there was a situation to punch. This might be it. That being said, I don't have enough experience with it. So I think I'm still gonna take this guy, but it's definitely, this would definitely be a spot where I should like learn how to do that. All right. Come on, let's do one more. Let's do one more. That was a big time shot right there. That was a big time shot right there. All right. Lot of headwind. Lot of headwind on this. So I have no idea what this approach shot is going to look like. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty on the approach, but it's a 189 to the back. Let's just assume that we're losing like 30 yards on this. Yeah, I think we just hit stock 4. I'm actually going to give a little bit of D-loft on the 4-iron. I want extra distance on this. A little bit slow. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. I'd like the perfect because the perfect is a little bit more left and obviously, you know, a few yards worth of distance. Come on, let's see if we've made the right adjustments here to make this putt. Had been under reading. Feel like the past couple here we've been getting a little bit better. One last shot. That's how you bring it home. That's how you bring it home. Little rocky, but 6 under coming in. Clean card. Clean card 9 under. That's big stuff. So we come back from the triple bogey on round 1. That's a solid round right there. 9 under is no joke. And look at that. I mean, we go from, I think we were like T30 on PlayStation to T15. Just like that. Playing over double our first round. So see what we can do on the weekend. We'll get back at it tomorrow.